Have you ever been overwhelmed with excitement when starting a new school year or coming to work at a new school? As you walked down the hallway, did your heart pound with nervous energy as you thought about meeting your new team members and getting everything set up and decorated for the children? Your vision for your room is so clear in your mind as you approach the door and step into your new, yet-to-be-created space. And with an anticipatory flick of the light switch, you see this. Well, many of us as educators have experienced a fleeting moment of uneasiness when we find that we are not working from an empty canvas. But don't fret, there is an easy solution for creating a classroom focused on comprehensive literacy instruction. Organizing your classroom to create the physical spaces that are necessary for comprehensive literacy instruction to occur is a fun and creative process that involves being intentional with how you design your room arrangement. The first step in transforming your classroom is to get everything out of the way so that we can see the space clearly. The next step might not be as obvious. It is important to think about what's needed from an instructional standpoint and what needs to be displayed and accessible for students to use. Often, as K-3 educators, we get excited about filling our rooms and walls up with bright colors, ornate decorations, and hanging stimulating visuals from ceilings and windows. And while all of these attributes create a very inviting space for our children, we should first make sure our space is set up for optimal instruction. When first setting up a classroom for quality instruction, it is essential to identify wall spaces and open floor areas for whole group instruction and interactions. The space on the left has potential for teacher-directed instruction due to the digital technology and whiteboard that are available for modeling expected learning behaviors. The space pictured on the right is another potential space for whole group instruction due to the open wall space that could be used for a word wall or anchor charts. Additionally, the bulletin board can house visuals for morning meeting interactions. Each of these spaces can be adapted for read-alouds, shared reading, shared writing, and literacy mini-lessons simply by popping a rug into place. The small group instructional area is another key space required to provide comprehensive literacy instruction. So many meaningful, data-driven activities take place in this space that will result in transforming child outcomes. It is necessary to designate a space for this targeted instruction to occur from day one. Ideally, this space will contain a kidney-shaped table or other space that allows you and 4 to 6 children to comfortably connect and engage in explicit lessons. Additionally, a storage shelf placed close to the table allows for quick access to instructional materials, maximizing the flow and impact of each 15 to 30-minute small group that will meet here. In some school models, there are co-teachers or a teacher and a paraprofessional who support children collaboratively. In such instances, it is very important to ensure that there are small group spaces for each teacher. Utilizing support staff, paraprofessionals, and co-teachers to lead small groups daily is another critical factor for providing comprehensive support that meets each child where they are. In a model classroom, it is essential for adults and children alike to have designated work areas in order to establish clear expectations and boundaries. From day one, each child entering this space will feel a sense of belonging, first when greeted warmly by their teacher, and then upon noticing their pre-labeled nameplate marking their personal workspace. As you can see, the student work areas are set up for a group of children, further eliciting connections within their new room. This group seating arrangement will enhance the sense of community amongst table mates by fostering learning interactions, collaborative work periods, and the sharing of common materials. Another child workspace that is integral in literacy instruction is the rug. This space is where a majority of your whole class instruction and language interactions will occur. However, when short on space, the rug and other areas, such as the independent reading nook, can quickly convert to a center or workstation during literacy rotations, or even as a collaborative workspace for a handful of children during independent practice activities. Oftentimes, the reading nook serves as the area for children to read independently during literacy rotations. Children feel comfortable and safe in this area because the materials and resources are child-friendly, accessible, and at their eye level. Additionally, this cubby to the right affords privacy, shielding them from distractions by the small group instruction occurring at the kidney table next door. In the case of this privacy shelf in the reading nook, although children feel secluded as they read, the cubby is still low enough for the teacher to see each child from the small group instructional area. Even still, arranging a child-centered classroom involves much more than ensuring each teacher can see each child, and children have independent work areas. It also requires the intentional storage of learning materials so that students can easily reach and use them. Labeling or arranging storage spaces by subject can increase each child's ability to navigate the room, take ownership of their learning, and assume responsibility for returning class resources to their proper home. So, should you find yourself feeling overwhelmed after entering a space that looks a bit like this, just remember some of the crucial nuggets shared here. And most importantly, don't be discouraged, because creating a space that supports comprehensive literacy instruction and language-rich interactions is only a few steps away.